up, my fellow dorks? It is the Turtle Dork back with a new trailer reaction for you today. So it looks like earlier today they finally dropped the new trailer for Christopher Nolan's next film, which is Tenet. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Tenet. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. Anyway, this movie has a great cast. John David Washington, got our new Batman, Robert Pattinson. Oh goodness, and Elizabeth Debicki. I was like, oh man, what was the lady from Widows and Guardians 2? Elizabeth Debicki. Those are, I think the main players in this movie. You know really nothing about it, which I heard there were kind of talks early when he announced this that it was going to kind of take place or be similar to something that's in the same world of Inception, which really got me excited because Inception might be my favorite Christopher Nolan film. That's also in consideration for one of my favorite movies of the decade. I love Inception. It was my favorite movie of that year when it came out almost 10 years ago, 2010. And now 10 years later, he's going to be hopefully revisiting that world. We don't know if it's directly connected or loosely connected, but just the simple fact that he's kind of playing and toying in that world really gets me excited. So anyway, love the cast, love the premise. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more about what this is about, but just like with another director like J.J. Abrams, Christopher Nolan likes to kind of shroud his movies in secrecy, so I don't think we'll get to know a lot of details about the film, but at least this will give us a first look to give us an idea as far as tonally, visually, what he's going for, which really gets me excited. So with no further ado, let's check out the first trailer for Tenet.
We all believe we've run into the burning building. But until we feel that heat, we can never know. You do. You chose to die instead of giving up your colleagues. That test you passed? Not everybody does. Welcome to the afterlife.
Okay.
To do what I do, I need some idea of the threat we face.
As I understand it, you're trying to prevent World War III.
Nuclear holocaust.
No. Something worse.
All I have for you is a word. Tenet. It'll open the right doors. Some of the wrong ones, too.
I have to start looking at the world in a new way.
And try to understand it. Feel it.
Bruh.
What happened here? Hasn't happened yet.
Okay, that movie looks trippy as hell, and oh, Ludwig Göransson is doing the music. I'm becoming a big fan of that guy. I don't even know where to start. That looks so damn trippy, and it looks like, again, it's playing with time, and we kind of figured that from the teaser trailer that they released probably earlier in the summer, but I couldn't even begin to tell you what's going on in that movie or in this trailer, but it does get me excited to kind of really at least get a sense of what is going on to a degree, but still not really know anything. And I'm hoping I can actually go into the film that way. And I'm pretty sure even when we get another kind of more extensive trailer that may be a little bit more plot driven, that again, I think Nolan is going to shroud it in a lot of secrecy, which I like, because going into something like this where it looks like it's really going to be challenging your mind and playing around with a lot of different and big ideas, I'm excited to just, absorb and take all of that in, what he's going for. Again, yeah, it looks like he's definitely I think I get what he was saying as far as like being something similar to Inception, maybe in just a little bit of the visual style of it, as far as like the way of how it's like Inception played with time a little bit too, with the whole idea of like the deeper you go into your dream state, the longer time is. So, once you go certain levels, a minute could be an hour, or an hour could be like a day long. But I think this is going to be something a little bit different, where they're actually like maybe traversing like time and space, where they're going back and forth from like the past, the present, and the future. And it also feels like the threat, it almost feels like, because she mentioned something about like a nuclear holocaust, but it was something worse. But because they had like those gas masks going for a moment, I was thinking that maybe it was something like a disease or something that is spreading that he has to try to prevent. So maybe that plays a little bit into it as well. I don't know if that's going to be in relation to them having to go through time, but it looks intriguing. It looks trippy as hell. It definitely has like that Nolan feel to it, where it looks like he is shooting this in IMAX, because you can definitely see the depth in a lot of those shots, especially when he does like a lot of those wide cityscape shots and stuff like that. I always love seeing how Nolan shoots his movies. Actually, does it say who the DP is? I don't know who the DP is on this, but yeah, it's Nolan, I think, said himself that this is probably one of his most ambitious movie that he's made. So that gets me really, really excited. Love seeing John David Washington. We don't really get to see much of Robert Pattinson, but it looks like between John David and Elizabeth Debicki, that those are probably going to be at least the main characters, and Robert Pattinson is going to be more of a co-star, and he probably will have more to do in the movie. But again, with this being the first trailer, we're not getting a lot. But I'm super stoked, man. I'm super stoked for this. But anyway, I've been rambling long enough. Let me know what you thought of the trailer in the comments below. Remember to rate, like, subscribe, and share. And go there and check out my other dorks, at MouthDork, at TheDiscoDork, at WB Dash, and at Sidewalk Siren. And as for me, I am the Turtle Dork. And with that, I'm out.